Hello, hello.
What's good, bro?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, bro. How you?
I'm wonderful. I've heard your music today. It's really good.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
I
I'm
heard
working. I'm working, man. I'm working.
MC and I heard, hold on, let me bring it up. It's right there in my history.
All right.
I heard the one you did. It was one you did. No, Fashion Nova. That one was
Yeah,
really fucking good. That
good
one.
looks, bro. That's a movie right there, man. I got the
That
video on
caught the whole
YouTube.
vibe of the generation in like a nutshell.
Oh, damn. I appreciate it, man. That's a hell of a compliment right there.
Absolutely. I'm being honest with you, man. Because a lot of people say I give compliments, and I do, but I would also be completely honest with you if I did not like it. If I didn't like it, I would have told you I didn't like it.
You 100, man.
Yeah.
You
I
100.
only heard those two though, so I don't know. I don't know if you have like any bad songs or not.
I feel you. I feel
This
you. I feel you.
is this
I
is
got a lot of music. I got a lot of music on Apple Music. I got SoundCloud. I got mad songs out right now. So
How did you get started?
I got started honestly. Music runs deep in my family, like down to my grandfathers on both sides, and my uncle and all them. And I got a grandfather. He was a gospel singer. He
That's
actually
amazing.
toured and all that. He actually made a lot of money off of gospel. Same thing. My uncle, he's a songwriter. He's did his thing in the industry as well. So I mean, just coming up and just watching these people do their music thing, and
You're like
my
David.
you said what?
You're like David.
Oh yeah,
King David.
King David. Yeah, respectfully.
Quhad David.
But yeah, man, the music shit runs deep, man. Like since I was a little one. I mean, my first passion was honestly my first calling was art. So art is not too far from music. It's all art at the end of the day. Like I could draw. I actually won awards. Like I done drew like Michael Jackson and stuff when I was younger, and I actually got trophies for stuff like that. So and then I got into the music stuff eventually. Like, I mean, like the music always been around me, but honestly, I started taking my own like steps towards it. And my uncle actually worked with me and a couple others, um, in my early years. So that's really got the movement for me. I'm like, damn. And then I started recording myself, and then everything else is history. Like,
So is he your uncle?
yeah. Which one? Who?
Gucci Money?
Nah, not him. That's my business partner, man. Gucci, shout out to Gucci Money, man. That's my man's right there. I rock with him heavy. Like, we linked up.
He's
Me and him linked up.
joining this, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure if it's just gonna be us or if he's coming too.
It's probably gonna be just us, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, cause he be on the move and all that. So,
I believe I met him years ago with Keisha Eleazar. We were doing an event, and it was either the event at the Elk Lodge. It was the Spread the Love event, and she did two. She did one the first year, and she did one the second year, and they were
mm-hmm.
both amazing. So Keisha Eleazar, Keylays, if you know her by that name at all. But I
Mm-hmm.
believe that's how I met DJ Gucci Money.
Yeah, he be around, man. He done put me on a lot of people too. Like I rock with him heavy. Like he's definitely like he's a hustler, just
Yeah,
like me. Like so he gets around.
absolutely.
He networks a lot too. So I
That's
rock
how
with him.
you. That's the key.
Yeah, no, it is definitely.
I know this one guy. I used to work at Burger King. I used to live in Ohio. 2015, I met this guy, Dorian, nicest kid ever, working at Burger King. He tells me I want to be a musician. And like I'm the type of person that I'm always gonna amplify. You got haters, you got amplifiers. I'm always gonna amplify.
Yeah.
Right now, this guy goes by the name F. I'm sorry, Phelan. Said he wanted to be a singer. He did.
Mm.
He has like 12K followers on Instagram now. He has his songs out. He
Mm.
did it. So it's like if you want to do it and you serious,
It's possible. That's what I'm saying, and it's all about consistency and like just drive. You gotta have that drive. Like if you want something, you can go get it. It's nothing unachievable in this world. Anything is possible. Like no matter what the situation is, even though everybody's situation is different, but once you really figure out what you got going on and then you build around that, I'm guarantee you that you can get something out of it. Like I've seen it personally. I have friends that actually made it too as well. Like you feel me? I'm very knowledgeable of the industry now off of just my own job, not even off my family members, off my own job. I had to build my own way because at the end of the day, they had their own type of music and had their own type of sound. But at the end of the day, I like what I talk about, obviously in my music, and I have my own experiences. So I actually just built around that and just took it forward, and that's why I actually I actually received deals from $1 million companies and stuff like that. So
Do it, man. Go after it.
awesome.
Also, don't mind the independent route either, though.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't feel
respect it.
so focused that you just have to get a record label, because it's like if you don't have the proper conviction set up in line, you end up doing some really not even always some gay shit, not always even some satanic shit, but you just end up in like really fucked up business deals that you can't profit off of. I mean,
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. You gotta
get
have to like
into it.
it takes that knowledge of the industry that you really gotta have that knowledge and stuff. Like I said, it works for some people. It don't work for all people. The independent route,
1,000%.
you really have to be connected with the independent route. Like I'm independent right now. You feel me? I had deals come my way, but I'm independent now, and actually I got a lot of more connections now. And then so when I do get like deals and stuff, I can work my way around like like 360s and stuff like that. Like it be set on my conditions and my terms. Like it
You
always
can
have to be set
also
that way.
what you ever heard of the group Gym Class Heroes?
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
talked to Dasashi Soul, and as you know, he's like really good friends with Travis McCoy. And then
Yeah,
Travis just released like his like the new solo album. It had been a while since he released anything, and
yeah,
he didn't go through Atlantic. He didn't go through Fueled by Ramen as he did before. He went
mm,
through a smaller record label. He got his sound out there, and now he can just release it and sell it and tour as he wants to, because you're
yeah.
gonna make all
That's
the
the
money
way.
off of touring anyway.
Yeah,
Unless you're
that's the
about to
way.
be selling CDs out of the back of your car, which is
Yeah.
my cousin does that. He makes a lot of money doing that. So it's possible to do that too. You can be a
Mm-hmm.
local celebrity, sell stuff just especially in Newark, man, because Newark
Yeah.
is like it's the new New York.
Yeah, I can say that shit too. I can definitely say that. Like it is. It's a lot of
It's
opportunity.
building
That's why
itself.
when I was younger, when I actually moved out of North for a short time, like
Mhm.
probably for like a year to go to school. Of course, my mother wanted a better schooling system for me. That's how she felt at the time. But me leaving there, it was so many opportunities. Like I was in art galleries, I was in studios, it just so much opportunity. Like it was always a way to, it was always something to do out there. Like I done moved to the suburbs for that 1 year where kids going to school, and it didn't really work out for me. Like you got people that's out there doing
You
it.
get bored.
Yeah, bored as fuck, bro. Like
I grew up in the suburbs. And you grew up in the there's two things that happens when you're a black kid in the suburbs is that either you're forced to completely adapt to white culture, and that includes the racism and the white supremacy, and that's
mm,
the route a lot of black people sadly end up taking. They like because it's like when you're hanging around white people that aren't like overtly racist, they're not beating on
yeah,
you, they're not cursing you out and stuff like that, like what you're taught racism is. But when it's systematic and when it's subversive, when it's the
mm,
kind of when it's the kind of hatred that you can only give to yourself, that's like it's they don't see it.
yeah.
And
They
then
don't.
the other side of that is that you become maladapted, and because you maladapted to white society, that leaves these kind of I'm going through that. I'm going through the latter phase. It leaves these kind of
Yeah,
damaging stars on my psyche where I feel as if I can't adjust to any. So I just got to be myself. That's what I told you right at the bat. I'm just going to be honest with you, because
yeah,
that's how I grew up in the suburbs as a black kid. I didn't have friends until I got to college. So that's like being 4 years old to being about 18.
mm,
I just had to fucking navigate through making. So it's like I have a lot of the skills. I like because I was always my thing. I was never gonna get it off of popularity. I was never
yeah,
gonna get it off of fitting in. So I had to just be really fucking good at the shit that I did. Because white people always want to compete with you. They always want to try to be better than you. They always
mm,
want to make some shit. It's like even when you feel like you're just sitting there and y'all
mm.
just being friends, it's still like a fucking mental competition with them.
Nah, you're right. You're right. in my case, when I went out there and shit, like it was in Fairfield, New Jersey. It was just like a big difference for me. Like, it's a lot. It was some black people out there. It's all races out there, but
Yeah,
they. I would call it still. I would still call them white in a way, in a certain aspect, because of how they handle things and how freely. Because I mean, out there you still had the hood niggas and shit like that. So I mean,
facts. You
of
could
course
tell the
I connected with
difference.
them. Yeah, but you could tell it exactly. My point exactly. You could tell the difference and shit like that. So always, I mean, even when I went out there, I mean, of course I mean, I connected with a lot of people, whatever case may be, but it just,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
get
like
along
we're
with
just a bunch of
everybody.
followers and stuff like that. I feel like we're just a bunch of followers and stuff like that. I could have stayed in Nook for a lot of shit that went down, and, with stuff like that. And even with some black kids that, I mean, I was cool with everybody. I could fit in all cliques because I like the anime. I like, I like ratchet shit. I mean, I could fit into, with everybody basically. But,
Yeah,
it just certain shit you just not going to be invited to, whatever case may be. I had times where friends didn't invite me. If it was like too many white people, they're like, oh, nah, they really not going to understand you. So you can't really come with us and stuff like that. So I
I
had to,
feel that.
yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like I ain't had to deal with Nook, because Nook got all cultures, but we're all, I don't
See,
know. It's just a big difference between urban
I
and
got
suburbs.
see. I didn't know. I didn't like. I got a little bit more grit to my voice as I got older. But
Yeah.
as I was like younger, I didn't talk. I don't even know how to fucking capture the fucking sound anymore. But you could kind of hear it in my voice. I sound like a fucking surfer and shit. So I went to live in Ohio for like 5 years. And
Yeah.
it's like in Ohio, everyone kind of has like a southern tang. We got more of like a Yankee, like west, like northwest accent in Jersey and
Yeah.
shit like that. So it's
Yeah.
like I already taught different because I was from Jersey. I taught different so it was like I got to see those all white part. I got to see what it was like when it's just a room full and I got to hear when they feel like you're one of them and like you're on their type of shit. Cause I just
Yeah.
keep to myself again. Like I just so it's like they don't see me hanging around when all the black people going to all I go to all the events, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like they just kind of seem to just kind of play. I'm like, yo, like y'all
Nah,
it's
and
like
that's the
y'all
thing there
fucked
too.
up.
Yeah, and I've been to the events like that too. You feel me?
Yo,
But
it's like it's
it would just
different.
be them it just be the black people that be thinking it's like, because that person that invited me to that specific party was black. He was black, like he was dark skin, darker than me. So he was the
Yeah.
one that hanging out with his white friend saying, "Oh, you can't come." That was him. It wasn't even offering nobody else. I have been to some crazy white people party, like they doing everything, like all the above. They
Yeah.
they crazy, they
This
crazier
shit
than us.
is to protect you, man. When they tell you like you can't. I remember my first day of college when all the kids came on campus. The dude was telling me a story. He was from West Virginia, and
Mm-hmm.
they were at a party. And at the end of the night, there was a black kid there talking to this white girl, and they chained him. This was in 2012, 2011. He's telling me this story.
Wow.
This is 2011, 2012. He's telling me this story. They chained this kid to the back of their trucks and they pulled him apart
Wow.
for talking to a white chick in 2010, 2011. So like when they tell you you can't come to this party, I used to like that's they trying to protect you, bro.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I have friends like that just like where they came from was just so different than where they currently were, and like coming to college was the first time ever seeing black people,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And it's like, and
Yeah.
I went to Kent State University. It was so big that you could avoid anybody you really wanted to if you wanted to. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't have to talk to a single person. You could talk to every single person there if you really wanted to. But it's like you could also never talk to a single white person your entire time there. Like outside of class, outside of passing, like you could have a very black experience there. But on the
Mm-hmm.
other side, it's like it's just straight. It's like being a chocolate chip on a vanilla ice cream cup. They said, you know, it's
Nah,
wild.
yeah. It's real different. It's
I
real
used
different.
to live on West End Avenue in Newark for
Oh
about
wow.
a year or so. My dad lives in Newark, but I live in Vauxhall now. It was
Okay.
weird because living in Newark isn't just living around black people. I live around all black people now, you know,
Yeah.
and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Living in Newark in that specific area of Newark on West End, it was the most depressing fucking experience I'd ever gone through in my entire fucking life. It's like just the way that the architecture is set up
Mm-hmm.
and just like the shit you gotta see the broken bodies of living people walking through the street. You see crack addicts wake up, then they're the only people that work sometimes. Are the fucking and
Yeah.
it's like the block is a whole fucking culture and lifestyle, bro.
Yeah, I say I could agree with that. Like,
I'm
no,
trying to
I say
think
there's one.
because there's aspects of I'm not trying to cut you off. There's aspects of it I
Yeah.
love, and there's just other aspects that I see like this is the shit that's really holding us back. I didn't
Mm.
mean to cut you off though.
No, you know, you good. No, you was explaining it. But I look at it like once you if you could survive or no, you can survive anywhere. That's the real
Facts.
thing I can say. Cause it's a lot of different stuff here. Like you got your bad, you got your good. Like I seen North personally come a long way. Like I said, I had moved out, I got the chance to see something else, and that wasn't what I needed, and that wasn't what I wanted. Like me moving, I was like around like in high school and stuff like that. My mother took me out, and I went up to Cerebral and all that.
Lower the
It was
camera a
all
little
good.
bit on your face. I can't see it.
Oh,
It only shows your eyes.
my fault. But yeah, like just moving out of Nook, I mean, I lost a lot of opportunities. I feel like a lot of opportunities. I was in the studios heavy out there,
Yeah.
um, and I had a good business and personal friendship with millionaires that own art galleries and stuff like that. So I was
Yeah.
taking my time to a whole different level, like even just with photography, painting, music. I was doing everything. Like, I was always
Renaissance
busy.
man.
You feel me? So when they took me out of that, they put me in a whole different thing. I wasn't no nigga that played sports. So I mean, Cerebral, it's good with it. They got a good football team, basketball team. They got baseball team. They got
You were
everything
down in
out
Sayreville?
there. Yeah, they got everything out there. So
That's the country.
bro, shit was good.
That is a whole fucking. I didn't know it was. I know we used to wrestle against Sayreville.
Oh yes, they got the
That's
rest of
like
the team
taking a
too. So
fish out of water, boy.
you know they got the rest of the teams. That's what I'm
They
saying. They got
racist down there.
bro. They yeah. I got a lot of situations with officers down there. I'm gonna say like you feel me. That's part of the reason.
Wow.
Another reason why I actually don't like cops, honestly, because just my experiences out
Wow.
there. Yeah. So
It's
you know how it is out
wild.
there.
Our parents really be taking us to white neighborhoods to integrate, thinking it's a better just because it's a white neighborhood. Sayreville is like a poor for people that have never been to New Jersey before. And for like the 10 people that want, we might get like a good 40, 50 views. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that famous. This is a networking meeting more than anything, but I am gonna post this to my YouTube channel. But Sayreville is like a fucking working class. I don't want to say poor, but working class, white neighborhood, Italian, fucking Irish. These aren't like fucking high class motherfucking white. These are the bottom of the barrel of motherfucking white people.
And bro, and they be
And they
feeling
act
like
like they better than fucking everybody.
bro. They swear they better than North. No, that's my thing.
They swear they
North got
better than it because that's where that's where they get off because that's where the black people live. That's their mindset. I'm like,
yeah.
I swear to God, that's their mindset because I heard it my entire life. We live
Mm-hmm.
Maplewood is literally right next to Irvington.
Yeah.
It's like a 5-minute walk, honestly, next to Irvington. You can't. I just drive straight through Irvington. It's dangerous there. Why is it dangerous? Because that's where the black. That's like where the wild things are. That's where the black people live. That's how they. That's how. That's really how. They, if you think about how many fucked up black areas there are, simply because white people just fled, they just left it.
Mm.
That's Camden, that's Trenton right there, right off the bat. Just talking about Jersey, not even to think about the South. Like,
and that's the twist.
We blame ourselves too much for shit that other people did to us, bro.
That's what I say all the time, bro. It's just the
Let me
twisted
ask you, do you mind if I light this real quick, or are you not a smoker?
Oh no, you good. You light it.
Okay, cool.
I was smoking yesterday. I'm not a big
smoker. I'm gonna do this in the idea of you being here.
You good, bro? Do your thing, bro. Light up. But nah, yeah, that's the twisted mindset. I want to break that whole like mindset they have in North. Like, cause I go hard for North. I don't even be like I'm from Jersey. I be like I'm from North. Like North is his own thing. Cause at the end of the day, we the black sheep of this whole shit. That's how I look at it. But it's a lot of money that come in. All the musicians, top musicians, they come in. You feel me? We got a lot of successful people that's in the industry that are legends. Whitney Houston, Shaq, people like those. They're
Fugees.
even saxophone players. We got all type of shit that goes on in North, and then that people don't really emphasize. They want to choose the negative. Even with some hood niggas I know that's from like New York and shit like that. Niggas be scared to come to North. And I've been in a hood. You feel me? I've been in a hood. I've been in hood, everybody's hood. From in Philly, I was in South Philly. I'll be all over and shit like that. Even when I went to Cali, it's just like niggas. One thing I say about niggas from Cali, but they come anyway. But I don't know. Some niggas, I don't know. And this in the East Coast, they don't really be like, oh no, I don't fuck with no. Like I hear that shit all the time. Like you can ask a couple other Nook niggas too. Like we try everywhere. I guarantee you go anywhere, you gonna find somebody, one person from like in every state. Like
Yeah.
we be everywhere, you feel me? But some niggas they come to Jersey, like I don't know, like it's a lot of people.
It's a double-edged sword, bro. It's a double, because it's like I don't know. I only took 2 hits of it, so don't blame the weed for what I'm about to say. I ain't high yet.
Nah, you good, bro.
But it's a double-edged sword because it's like, again, it's just to make it cyclical. You got certain men who are like I'm not gonna say like us because that gives off the false pretense of the whole fucking thing, but they understand that we're bigger than just being black. It's bigger than just America, you know, they're global citizens, you know, it's more than just the block, it's more than just the city, it's more than just Jersey. There's an entire fucking planet, you know. There's so many places to go and be appreciated for being black. But when you're so rooted in American culture and so rooted in the capitalism of it all, if you don't have the mass amounts of wealth, if you're not on the pathway to those mass amounts of wealth, it destroys your ego and self-esteem in a way that makes it almost impossible to obtain that wealth if you don't have the spiritual backing or the physical backing or the mental backing to get there. That financial and that spiritual gap of not being wealthy and feeling like you're ascension, you need to enjoy the whole pathway of getting there too. Every single step along the way needs to be pre. So when you get that wealth, you can keep it. You don't squander it. It's not something new. That wealth is built in. It's not just riches. The other thing is that you have people that don't think like that. And I was talking about this with my sister and my cousin just earlier. The scarcity mindset people, there's not enough. If I clap and I applaud for him, there's not going to be enough applause for me. If I give him a compliment, there's not going to be enough compliments for me. If I give him an opportunity, then what opportunities will have? I have, even if they don't fucking do shit, they don't do shit artistic. They don't do a fucking thing, and they still feel that way. It's like it's hard to find those good people to have around you because there's so many people with a smile and a knife in their hand, you know. And it's
they
like
don't really support you for real. They only support you either. They probably do support you for self gain at the end of the day.
What you can become, not what you are now. What you can one day do for them, but not who you currently are. That's what they're there for. You have some people that are there no matter what. And it's like those people that I got my friend Scott, I got my partner. It's like you got people that are just down 10 toes, whether you're up, whether you're down. They know you both ways. They know when you got it, they got it. You know, they know when you have nothing, you're not going to be in their pocket asking either. So they can help you without like overstepping and over exceeding because you're not going to lean on them to the point that they're falling over with you, you know? But some people just, the parasites, you know, and it's like they don't want to contribute shit. They don't want to learn shit. They don't want to do shit. They don't want to get better at shit. They just want to fucking complain.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I can't be around that type of energy. Like
scary.
Like the lazy, the miserable. Like it's not up for us to we could uplift, we could help and uplift the people we can uplift. But if they don't want that, they want to choose to sit in that drought and don't want to do nothing about it or even try something. Like I can help the people that try, but if they don't want to try, I gotta lead them like that because that's going to bring you down.
100%. And that's the hardest pathway, especially for me right now, is that letting go. Is that I want to help all Black people. I want to help people that don't read, but I need to make a fucking living, you know?
Yeah, respectfully. You gotta do your thing. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, you really gotta make it because at the end of the day, you especially when you got that type of knowledge, you know, it's we got it hard. I feel like when we got these gifts, and our gifts is like, it's not like no basketball player because you know they got the NBA, they got some shit they can hop in or science, they go to school for that. But certain gifts you have, you gotta take it the independent route. you gotta do it on your own. Like you really don't get the help like that. You don't really get the back end. You feel me? So you gotta really just do it yourself and stuff like that.
And
Like
even when you do get the backing, like you were saying, you brought up the three. I think we both brought up the three, but you specifically said 360 deals.
yeah,
It's like even when you do get the help, it's kind of like a 360 deal, but the help is alone.
yeah, yeah.
The help is not here. You got this. That's you. Just take it, run with it. The help is
Mm-hmm.
like, oh well, I gave you this.
Yeah,
Where do I get my get back? You know,
yeah.
but it's like that. It's like, damn.
Yo, I'm telling you,
You
bro.
when you thought you had a leg up, you ain't getting no
But
motherfucking.
that's the good thing about the independent route. Like if you doing it the independent route first, you can't go main. You can't just hop at the top and then like then try to do the independent thing. You got to really build your
You gotta
foundation.
climb.
Yeah, you really
It's
got
a
to build your
mountain.
foundation. Because once you get those type of deals and stuff like that, like I said, you really can work it in your favor if you have the knowledge. Like that's really what it is about the knowledge. Because even some people that is in 360 deals, they understand the whole contract and they work their way around it. You feel me? It's never you never trapped in anything.
Yeah, but
To be honest.
there's different contracts too. The 360 deal is not the only offer they can get. I would say that first and foremost. That's not
Yeah,
the only offer that they can give you.
and
So
get you
that would be
it, trap you in.
you get a 360 deal. This you want equity. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about something foundational. Let's talk about the reason why he actually wanted us to meet together. So it's like when you're approaching this as an artist, you want either ownership or you want equity. You
Yeah,
don't want, you can have both. So if you already own your intellectual property, you already have the trademarks for your music, you already own your masters because you're independent and you're more than paying for DistroKid, you're more than likely buying the copyrights yourself already. If you're
yeah,
not, $75 each, you should definitely get on that.
yeah,
But ownership is what allows you to come to the table where they are purchasing something from you, they are buying into a brand that already exists, and that's
mm-hmm.
when they can actually invest in you. When you
Yeah,
don't have an audience, you don't have equipment, or you don't have, some people do this, they don't even have talent, they just got money.
yeah.
You
That's
know,
it.
like they're not even, they were trapping and they need
Mm-hmm.
front for the money. They need
Respect.
something to make sense for the shit with. Other people like you are actually fucking talented.
And I respect it. And I own all my shit too. I own all my shit. And like I
God
said, I
bless.
sat in the rooms. I sat in the rooms with and made deals under my own conditions. Like that's why I say anybody can do it. Like you just really gotta have your own foundation.
Absolutely.
Fuck having a club. The people who's gonna come. Like I said, I got like these opportunities off of dropping one song. I got a load of music, but I'm real particular on how I do every single thing that goes on in my career.
You
Like I
have to
made sure
be.
I built my social media up before I like my search engine up. Let me say that because Google they could search me instantly and find everything. I'm on every website. I'm on every music platform. I'm on everything. I'm verified on Cash. I'm verified on Google as well. And like I said, I sat in the rooms and I could actually talk my shit.
How you
No
get
matter what
verified on Cash
level I'm
App?
at. No matter what
How
level I'm
you
at. So
get
you really need to
verified on
follow
Cash App? No, slow down. Back rewind that for a second. You
me.
said you got verified on Cash App? Like,
Yeah,
what?
bro.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
like
that was a thing.
that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like you could like when your money and when your credentials is like technically I'm legit. Like I can say
Damn, I
that
just told on
I'm legit.
myself, didn't I?
I'm a professional musician. I can say I'm a professional musician. Like a lot of niggas really can't say that because they're like, oh, you do music, but can you search them up? You can't really search them up. They won't pop up. Their music is not everywhere now on the main source of anything. Like you get what I'm saying? I'm to like from United Masters to DistroKid, of course, and from to Genius. I can name all of the real websites and stuff like that. I'm on
Yeah.
everything. Apple Music, Spotify. I'm on everywhere. Like you really can Google me and just like it's so simple. Like I sat in rooms and they're like, yo, I really like what you got going on. It's so easy to search and find your music. Like you're
Absolutely.
everywhere.
Being
You feel me?
findable.
Yeah, exactly. That's really important. No matter what level, because people out here paying for everything. All right, so what? I still be in these situations where I could still come to the table. I came to the table with my uncle. Like my uncle, he's solidifying this shit. Like he really solidified. He got a Grammy and all that. I came in, I could still come to him and talk. He's like, yo, if he needs some, I also write songs. I send people songs. So I met a lot of people. He invited me to some stuff, and I met some people, and I got to talk my shit because of the stuff I built for myself. You feel me? My uncle, he's strict. And if you're not doing your shit, like really, like he's really not gonna. And that's anybody. Like you feel me? Even DJ Gucci Money. Like niggas not gonna really work with you if you really don't bring nothing to the table. I bring stuff to the table. I'm lit. I'm
100%.
smart. I'm talented. And it took me a lot to get where I'm at to really like talk my shit, because you have the people that's around you that don't believe, that try to break your confidence. But I became so in love with self that I just like, it just took me, and it took me further. For me, I got less friends now. I don't have a lot of friends. I just have a lot of family around me. I have people that genuinely support me and push me every day.
Yeah.
That's really important. And people I can call, and they have talents too. I got a stylist. I got somebody that could, because I direct my own videos too, but I got somebody else that's just a talented at that as well. I got personal photographers that I work with only. I don't work with every photographer. I don't work with every videographer. I work with people that I got personal connections with. I like to build personal connections. Like, ain't really with that other shit, because niggas be too hungry for money,
I feel
and
you, man.
too hungry for money, and they get too excited about certain stuff that I had going on in my life. So
Equity,
like,
equity. It's all about. I would rather have 5% off of someone for the next 10 to 100 years than have
talk it.
$500.
Come on, talk about it. Talk about it.
Like,
It's the long game. You playing chess, not checkers. Like, I try to tell them, you
and
playing
it's like
chess.
the more I do digital marketing as well. So it's like the more money I'm able to make this person, if I'm getting a percentage, the more money I get back. It's like the only reason someone wouldn't take equity inside of a project is if they didn't believe in it.
Yeah.
It's just the
Yeah.
honest truth.
That's like me. I'm all about the credits. Like, honestly, I ain't really worried about the money up front. Like, that's why I did a lot of stuff for free. That's
We can
another
do
reason why
both.
I'm definitely like, yeah, you build a lot of relationships like that. Honestly, easier when you do it the free route. And some stuff you just like, nah, I don't want the cash. You can just give me this stuff. You put my name under this, just so I can have that type of connection and stuff. Like, I got I got a lot of stuff going on, but yeah, these future projects, I got some stuff I rent for some people that's about to come out too. So,
That's
and like
amazing.
I said, I just want the credit. I just want the credit. That's me. I want my credit, man. I'm all about the credit. Like, that's it. Like, the credit. I ain't too crazy about the cash. I'm good. I'm financially comfortable where I'm at right now, because I worked hard. I started from the bottom. That's what a lot of people understand too. They think, oh yeah, because this, that, third. Oh, even I got family members that even think I'm getting help, like getting helped by like my uncle or some shit, like, or somebody else. Like, they think even like Gucci, me and DJ Gucci Money, we business partners. We on equal terms. You feel me? Like, they look at it like him is the reason for a lot of stuff too. You feel me? I really built my own shit from scratch on my own, and everybody else that's around me, they got their own shit on their own as well, and we all come together. Like, me and DJ Gucci Money, same thing. Like, it's just, you gotta really work. Like, a lot of people don't think that I'm a hard worker. Like, even behind closed door, I don't show you that I'm in the studio every day, but I be really working. Like, when I can, anytime I can. You feel me? Like, that's just me. Like, and that's for hours all day. Like, to the point I get tired of music, or get tired of designing my covers or editing my pictures. I do everything
I
independently.
feel
Almost
you. Oh my God, I feel you. I relate to this.
everything independently. Like, my hand is in every single thing that has something to do with my career. Ain't nobody writing for me. Ain't nobody editing my music. I write, edit, and produce my own shit. So it's just like, even down to, like I said, getting those verifications on stuff like Google, and make sure they able to search me. I took the steps to make sure I'm on every single website. Make sure I'm on
Can I
Genius.
ask you one question?
Yeah.
What is a king's greatest skill?
A king's greatest skill, I say.
There's a right answer. So if you don't know, it's okay to say I don't know.
I want to take an educated guess.
No, go for it.
It depends. I look at it like it depends on the king, but I feel like if I, personally, king's greatest gift is basically his hustle. I say his hustle because that gives his people, they believe in him for a reason. You feel me? He handled his regardless of the circumstances.
That
That's how.
is the warrior.
Mm,
That is the warrior. A warrior is a hustler. The
yeah.
king's greatest is delegation.
Delegation. Okay.
Got to delegate. You only got 24 hours in the day. You only got 168 hours in a week. You got to shit. No matter how much you don't think you do, you need to sleep, or else your brain's gonna melt. You gotta delegate.
Wise words.
Myself too, and it drives me fucking, because I make books. It drives me fucking crazy You know, it gets to the point where like it's hard to socialize with everybody because like they really do not understand how hard it is to be an artist. They
Yo,
don't
you have to balance, bro.
what
That's what
they
yo.
what they think that you're saying when you want to be an artist, when you want to be an author, you want to be a rapper, you want to be an actor, they think I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do any work. I don't want to do it. And it's like, no, it's like I'm gonna do so much fucking work,
Mm-hmm.
balls all the fucking time, so much more than a fucking full-time job, so much more than anything, just for someone to enjoy what I'm doing for 3 minutes, just to for someone to enjoy my 1 hour concert. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put in 100 hours of preparation time just to get to this stage, just for people to enjoy a 30-minute, 20-minute set of my time. They don't get it. They would never be able to understand it. I'm putting in 1,000 hours to make a
Mm-hmm.
1.5 hour album. They don't get it.
They don't. They don't,
They
bro.
don't
They don't.
understand it.
The
And it's
time,
like,
the energy, the doubts. You have everybody have they doubts sometimes. Sometimes they be like, yo, you ever worked on a project and then you just scrapped it and just started all over. Like,
do you want to know why? Do you want to know why they're really like that?
I'm
It's
listening.
because we don't record our creation process. The artistic creation, every interview, what's your creation process? They're asking that genuine. We don't record the behind the scenes of it all. So that doesn't really allow the new people to get this is step by step how you get this shit done, like tutorialize it maybe. But also
Yeah.
the other side, the people that are fucking haters to just be silent because they're like, you've been doing this for how like you this is what you I saw this one girl, Me Gladstone, she's a musician too. She just has one video of 2 videos of her doing her like her production shit and just every element of the production, every element of that. And it's like that's when people can really respect what the fuck you're doing because when you show them it's not just the front of the scene, it's not just the finished product, it's not just the lights and the smoke and mirrors. They see the realness of it all. My one dude, Batosai, he shows himself just like he's recorded music out of his fucking bedroom, you know? His room's
Yeah.
fucking dirty. You know, his bed's not fucking made. It's
Yeah.
raw, you know, it's real. And
That's
that's
how I started.
because we only got 2 minutes left, and then it's just gonna cut us out.
Yeah.
But that's just how people. So just one thing, just the equity behind the scenes, and that
Yeah.
will probably make your social media pop to that 10K too, because they see
Yeah.
you the real fuck. They get you can take that credit back then, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not just I'm going to New York and having all these famous important people do it. It's like no, I'm creating this shit my fucking self.
Myself, yeah. Yep.
You got a minute and a half. Any plugs you want to do, any social media you want to put people on,
Yo,
the
once
last
again,
minute and a half is all yours.
okay, once again, my name is Quhad Lawson. You can find me on everywhere. Like you can just type in QUHAD LAWSON. You can search that in the Google engine, or you find me on every social media platform. QVHVD. Like I do this for real. Like I said, I do this for
He's the
real.
real
Like,
deal. He's the real. I've listened to his video. It's really good.
contemporary R&B. I classify myself as contemporary R&B with a hint of trap and stuff like that. Like my
Yeah.
music influences was all the best. I mean, like Static Major, Michael Jackson. Everybody contribute like to my sound. Honestly, I look at it just people like those people just inspire me to just be extremely creative in every little thing and every little aspect.
I
So
was like
I'm
Jacquees
doing it for real.
when I heard Fashion Nova, I was like Jacquees.
That's a compliment too, man. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
that was real for real. He
Yeah,
calls himself the fucking prince of R&B or some shit like that.
yeah. He going for the king of R&B.
Oh,
I think,
that's what he calls himself. Nah,
yeah, they be getting mad
damn.
about that shit, but yeah. But hey, it's real, man. You gotta feel yourself. Real talk, real talk. Like you feel me? Who gonna if nobody boost you up, who gonna boost you up? You gotta boost yourself up first. Feel me?
100%,
Respectfully.
100%. It
They
was
like
the
it in the
biggest facts. You gotta be your own biggest fan.
mm-hmm.
It was an absolute pleasure meeting you. Let's do it
Yeah.
again sometime.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm down, man. It's whatever. All
I had a great time, man. Pleasure to meet you.
right, bro. Stay up.
You too. Merry Christmas.
Same to you, bro.
Peace, peace.